The Northern Region, Ghana's biggest in landmass, home of some of the country's richest tourist sites, the Mole National Park, the Larabanga Mosque, and many others. It is also home of some of the country's biggest football names: Abedi Pele, KARIM SHANI, Abukari Damba, Shila Ilyasu, Amusa Gbadamosi, Mohammed Gago, HAMZA Mohammed, Mubarak Wakasu, Baba Rahman, and many others. The question has been how one region has produced so many of the country's great players, but out there's just a level of seriousness attached to the game. Football in Ghana was introduced by the British during the colonial times, but it was in the early 1910s that its interest heightened in the south, triggering the formation of Accra Hearts of Oak Sporting Club. Hearts of Oak was built in the identity of the people of Accra. Like the gladiators in ancient Rome and the All Blacks of New Zealand, Accra Hearts of Oak is an identity of the Ghana people. Football tournaments were only restricted to Accra, Kumasi and Cape Coast, where Hearts of Oak consistently dominated the City Championship Cup. The 1930s provided an era where other teams came to the fore. Kumasi Asante Kotoko was formed in 1935 and they became a powerhouse in Ghana's middle belt. It wasn't after independence though that the country's football league began. And in the first edition, Hearts of Oak won, and it marked the start of a flurry of league titles. Was football in the 50s and 60s much better? KARIM SHANI, also known as STARBOY, explains.
Whatever we were doing on the field was executed at training and was a gift from God. We were using it and we don't copy from anybody. It was a skill that was developed during your training and you exhibit it in matches. So we were unique. In a match, during our time, you have good dribblers, good ball controllers. We can have people who can shoot very well. The defenders were well organized and very strong. But today, what do I see? We copied the system, the European system. And at the moment, the aggro that Ghanaians were noted for is no more. We are now playing, oh, you are playing this role, this man is playing this role. And if you are not, look, with the white man, that is his best. And he's good in it. How can you compete with him? So the system that we are now adopting, we have abandoned the African system, the Ghanaian system, the aggro we know. You use the skill, you fool the man, you show him that you are also equal. It has been abandoned. And you have given a role. I was a winger. The only time I go back is to go and support the fullback. But today it's the fullback who takes my position and I play, the winger plays in the middle. Then you see when the ball comes, you open up. It's a difficult system. But because we were used to our old system, we control the ball, pass, we dance on it, and everybody was enjoying the game. You were excited. But with the change now, I can foresee us reeling, even in Africa.
Organized football teams were mostly based in the southern parts of the country. The north lacked teams in the Premier Division of Ghana's football space. Something had to change. Historians have attributed it to a lack of a united front among the teams. Former Real Tamale United star STARBOY recounts the formation of RTU and how it grew to become one of the best in the land.
We started playing first division, as I told you, Savannah Stars. I played for Boko Highlanders before moving to Savannah Stars in '69. Then every year there was football being organized in the whole country. That was known as the National Sports Festival. And Northern Region won it twice, 75 and 76. And I was the captain of that group. At that time, we had 5 clubs in Northern Region who were not playing in the Division 1. We have Savannah Stars, Hamatan, Bewa, we have Real Sportif, we have Northern United. So that was these 5 clubs we have. When we are going for the National Sports Festival, it means that is the regional team. In Ashanti region, we have Corners, we have Ashanti Kotoko. The players were being selected from there. Then Greater Accra, the Olympics has and other clubs, Cape Coast, Dwarfs, Azaka Sekendi and others, they were good players who were going to the National Sports Festival. And that was the years Northern Region was excelling. Because we have 5 teams and we have good players, but we were not in one club. So when we go to the regional tournaments, we excel. 75 we won, we beat Ashanti Region in the finals. Then in 76 we beat Western Region in the finals. I was the captain at that time. It was there that Colonel Zuma saw that, look, with the 5 clubs, if we are able to bring the clubs into 2, we can stand any team in the country. Then he made the clubs to form Real Tamale United and Northern Arrows. And they played against themselves and one qualified for the Middle League. And when they went to the Middle League, that was around 78, Real Tamale United qualified for the Division 1. You could see, unity brings strength. When the 5 teams were not able to compete, when R2 came to the limelight, they were able to withstand all the clubs in the country. So you could see that at that time, Northern football was at its highest height.
The formation of RTU and its institution as one of the biggest clubs in the country eased up the thirst for Premier League football in the north. It was good going for them in most seasons. In their maiden season in 1978, they finished 3rd on the league log, 4 points behind eventual winners, Accra Hearts of Oak. But the rise meant more responsibility on their shoulders, and a lot of it lied in the financial power they had then to withstand the pressures of keeping afloat. Starboy, who left to play for Accra Hearts of Oak in the late 70s, says player exodus, a cultural reboot, and a lack of financial muscle to re-exert themselves on the market cost them.
As time went on, Northern Region football, school football was dying. The tournament, sports festival was not there. So the talent were left with only the juvenile clubs. And the juvenile football in Northern Region, I always praise those people who handle juvenile football because they have been able to uphold the mantle until today. From there, Northern Region football started going down when we started talking of professional football in the country. And when other regions were also being formed. Northern Real Tamale United was being supported by all the regions in the north. So all the educated and the businessmen were supporting RTU. But as time went on, people decided to support Kotoko House and other things, and the financial support of the club was waning. The commitment was no more there. Talent was, you see people going from Northern Region to go and play in team in the south. Like I left, I left to Haas, others also left to Kotoko, others went to Dwarfs. So you could see, because of the financial situation in the north, things were not right at that time, and the teams were going down.
RTU is a people's club through and through. It is Tamale's pride. On basic training days at the Aliyu MAHAMA Stadium, fans thronged there just to watch their club train. Dark days befell the club in 2013 when they were relegated and have never made it to the country's elite football league since. But there's a ray of sunshine though. It's been 8 years since the Real Tamale United exited the Ghana Premier League. In those 8 years, it's been pain, anguish and agony in the Division 1 league. This season though, things are looking up. The appointment of SHAIBU IBRAHIM TANKO has been timely for the club. The man brings a wealth of experience from Accra Hearts of Oak, from Inter-Allies and also from Amidao's professionals. Hopefully, these crop of players can guide RTU back into the Ghana Premier League. They want to write their names in gold. The dream is alive. Tamale is behind this team, and that is enough motivation to get them back to the top. RTU's decision to bring in SHAIBU IBRAHIM TANKO has been timely. TANKO comes in as one of the coaches who really knows the Ghanaian terrain and what to do to make players thrive. It is, however, important that the top hierarchy at the club settled on him as the man for the job. His thumbprints can be seen on the team. RTU are now in the top 3 positions of the Zone 1 league table in the Division 1 league. TANKO spoke highly of the job and how important reaching the Premier League is to the club.
The feeling is good in the sense that I'm back home to continue from where others have stopped, and to make sure that RTU is put at its proper place.
Right. Now, we both know RTU as a really great club. It's a club that has so much history, and it's a club that has many fans. I mean, if you look around, there are even fans here watching training. And I mean, how difficult would it be to get RTU back to the top?
Yeah, it's really a daunting task. But as you've seen the players training, everybody is highly desirous to make an impact, in the sense that we have set ourselves objective, and that is what we are trying to meet.
Right. Now, what's the target for the season?
We always tell ourselves that we actually want to qualify to the Premiership. For that matter, the players are giving off their best.
How hungry are the people of Tamale for Premier League football to return back to their city?
I wish you would be here to watch our Sunday's match and see the patronage. It's always very, very high because the expectations are so high. RTU is sitting in the heart of most people in this part of the country. Everybody is yearning for a club like RTU to come. Because if you look at the stadium, a big stadium like this without a Premiership, sometimes when you are talking about Premiership, they don't even understand what is going on, because it's been a while that that they've not observed football here.
The players are in high spirits too. For them, to play for a club like RTU is a huge honor. Midfielder Baba KUSHIBO and defender IBRAHIM are products of a well-thought-out scouting process and are hopeful they can make it soon.
It's an honor, to play for RTU. It's the biggest club, if not the most successful in the northern part of Ghana. So to be able to wear the RTU colors is an honor. The season has been brilliant for us, because when you look at last season, during the COVID, we were not playing to our expectations, But when the COVID came, we stopped, then we were able to have proper pre-season, then it's kind of showing in our games. And so far, we've been doing brilliantly, apart from one defeat.
This club is never a small club. Everybody in the world knows the club to be a very big club. So I am happy playing for our team.
It's been a very good season for you. How are you looking to improve yourself as a footballer?
Yes, and looking at the game now, last season we didn't started well. As the result of we didn't do pre-season, but this season everything went on well. We did our pre-season very well, and we went for unbeaten the pre-season, and we started the league. So we just started the league, getting it very so easy for our club. I always like the team to get win, simply because of the fans, because they make our work easy. Football goes with fans. If there are no fans, we can't say there is football. So the fans, they mean they mean a lot to the club.
Real Tamale United is the most popular club up north, but they are not the only football club in Tamale City. Tamale has two other teams in the Division 1 League who are looking to impress and dive into the Elite League 2. One of such is Tamale City Football Club. City are one of the fledgling clubs in the region, but the process they have made these years cannot be overlooked. Ably managed by former Ghana international HAMZA MOHAMMED, they are also knocking hard on the doors of the Premier League. HAMZA was one of Ghana's most significant players in the lead up to the first World Cup qualification in 2006. He is one of the few players to have played at every level of the national team, with his first appearance at under-17 level in the late 90s.
Abbas, come. Yeah.
At Tamale City, he has switched up the style. The team looks more organized, They move the ball around quite nicely and play some good stuff too.
It's been a while since we've seen a Premier team here. A wonderful edifice. We had a Premier League. We all came down to see what we can do so that we can get a Premier team back in Tamale.
But how difficult is it to get a Premier League team back in Tamale?
It's been difficult. When you talk of football in the Northern region, we all grew up to see Real Tamale United, the likes of the Abedi Peles, Mohammed Gagos, Adades, Mohammed Chus, whatever. But now we can't talk about RCU in Tamale here. We did our part, but unfortunately, there was too much in politics in the team, especially in the board, and I think that's what has brought RTU to where it is now. But I think they are picking the pieces together, and I want to believe this time definitely. The way we all started, we should get a Premier team back in Tamale.
Now, it's good you mentioned what happened to Real Tamale United. Is it something you are looking to avoid now that you are coach of Tamale City?
Yes. That's the main reason Tamale City is formed. You know, Tamale City used to be one FC with the members or the management. Most were coming from Real Tamale United, and the board, wonderful board from Real Tamale United. But they were infighting all the time. That was why we were not seeing the good out of Real Tamale United. So Tamale City came up in the first season. With the help of Coach Lastete, I was his assistant. I think we almost went throughout the season unbeaten, with the aim to push Real Tamale United at least either us or them to qualify from this zone or from this region. But unfortunately, the number 12 came and then it completed late. We started last season again, then the almighty COVID came. We started this season and we're hoping RTU is doing well. I believe we're also doing well. We should have a team this time in Tamale here, a Premier League.
The Premier League team.
Yeah.
Great. Now, looking at the players you have and the sort of football they are playing, I mean, I'm just watching your team now, and you know they play in a certain kind of way. Is that a style of football that you've instilled in this team to play in that kind of way? Yes,
that's what Tamale City is known of. Normal football, you always say the supporters have to enjoy the game. You know, they came to pay to come and so they have to enjoy no matter the scoreline. So that's what we are adopting. I'm a fan of Arsenal, so definitely I should inculcate. I'm a Ghana, so inculcate says the same listen to wherever I am, wherever team that I find myself in. And for the supporters to enjoy the game, basically that's how it's supposed to be.
Now, how challenging is it to be coach of this club?
The challenge is a young team with a young support base, in the same group, the same town, the same region with Real Tamale United. We are being swarmed by Real Tamale, the fans of them, so definitely that's the challenge. But apart from that, with the good football that we are getting more supporters match after match, and we're hoping at least to push our seniors, that's Real Tamale United. At least, as I said, we should get a Premier League club here in Tamale.
Tamale City's involvement in the Division 1 League paved the way and motivated the progress of Steadfast Football Club. Steadfast are one of the best sides in the Division 1 League this season and home of freshly minted player of the tournament at the Under-20 AFCON in Mauritania, Abdul Fattah Ishahaku. Like Ishahaku, many of the young boys in the team are well bred in the values of true sportsmanship, values instilled in every one of them by their coach, Mohammed Gago. Gago has been at the club for a few months and has been the man to give them that extra edge.
All these designs and writings have a meaning for him. So these are the areas that will be his target. You understand? So you kick it well and then you pick up your spot and you put it there. I used to miss home a lot, and my coming back here has brought me a lot of past memories that I lost for a while now. You know, I was in Namibia for 2 years coaching, and when I came back because of the COVID, I mean, one has to do something, and being a coach and being at home sometimes doesn't help. So you need rehearsals. You know, coaching is almost like driving or learning how to play football. You need constant rehearsals. So I just took it upon myself to contact the owner of this club, and then he was happy to have me since he was a very good friend of mine. He asked me to come and help, and then you can see we're trying to bring up future stars, which the team is doing very, very well with the help of my colleagues. This stadium was built because RTU had been in the system for long, and I would say RTU is one of the traditional and the old club in the country. I mean, it's not going to be good when the government will put up an investment like this without a good use. And it's been a while that a club from here has been in the Premiership. So, I mean, we're trying to see how far we'll put our heads together and get at least one team to represent the North in terms of the Premiership competition. I think that's what we are all trying to do. That's why, especially I am here, and with the RTU, I have a colleague there, and with City, another colleague there. So, you know, it's something we're trying to give back and try to make sure that the Tamale as a city have a premier team.
How do you feel about this team and the players that you have?
We've tried to put in place a philosophy or a type of game that we want them to follow up. And gradually I think they are picking up. It's a very good team. And we are so proud that one of these under 20 players, Abdul Fattah, is also from this particular team and is doing well with the national team.
Steadfast Football Club's ability to give young players a chance has increased the enthusiasm around the club. Players in there feel a sense of camaraderie and all is great.
I'm very happy and much excited in being with this club. First, we have an authentic technical management and we have a fantastic players too. So when you come to training too, it changes you to be with them. So that's my happiness when I'm in the club.
As captain of the club, what are you doing to make sure that the players sort of unite for that common goal that all of you have decided to achieve together?
Besides the technical team, though I've played in the club for some time now, I've been with the players too. In terms of motivation, is there, and with my colleagues players, I try to encourage them, tell them what is in the football too. So we try to group each other, talk, advise, in order just to get the common goal, that is winning and getting ourselves into the Premier.
Well, I feel excited because Steadfast is a club that provides opportunity for young guys. So playing for Steadfast, I think it's an opportunity to showcase my talent to the world.
Yeah. Well, how far do you want to go with this talent that you have?
Well, as far as God sends me. You know, football, we can't predict. It's only Allah who can predict where He wants you to be in the near future. So I only rely on Him to see how far He will send me.
What would be a successful season for you and for Steadfast?
Well, I think this season will be a successful season because looking at our position currently, I think this season will be a success to me and Steadfast FC.
Tamale's range of producing football talents is not limited to only men. The female footballers have also played a huge role in making the city a major hub for the production of footballers in the country. In 2017, former Northern Lady striker Mukarama Abdullahi guided the national under-17 women's team to the World Cup in Uruguay and walked away with the Golden Boot. Many others have also come through the ranks at the club. Formed in 2005, the Northern Ladies have been a team for young girls in Tamale, but there was a long cultural and religious battle before they got to this point.
Part of this country, northern region specifically, here they don't allow women to be taking part in any sporting activity those days. That was early 70s to 80s. If you are a woman and you are taking part in athletics, they will say, or any sporting activity, they will say you will not give birth. They believe that way. So if you are a Muslim guy and you are participating in any, they will stop you, they will tell you not to participate in any sporting activity. And when we started with women's soccer, I'm the leading founder of women's soccer in the region here. That was October 91, that we started with ladies soccer. It wasn't easy. Anytime we go for training, women don't play ball and you are there playing, you not give birth, what and what and what. And our religion is even against it. You are wearing short pants, what. Well, we manage it till now. Our parents will not even allow, they say when you go to school, you go and play football. Some even don't allow their children to go to school. But now you can see we can get most of the girls in the universities. Some are teachers now. Some have joined the services. We have Amdia Abbas with immigration. We have Zainabu Musa, she's also with Army. We have more than even 15 of them. So seeing those players now with the services, they are not trying to let their wards also play football.
From the narration you just given me, it's been a progression up until now. Are you proud of it?
I'm very, very proud of it. But when I say I'm proud, is since we started to date, we had the world best in the northern region here. That's Abdullahi Mukarama. And we still have some of them. And yet you even hear their names. So I'm very, very proud of that.
The Northern ladies train on a field adjacent to the pitch RTU train on. There is a seemingly grand acceptance of women's football out there that isn't particularly evident in the south. Fans gather in their numbers on parked motorbikes by the pitch just to watch the ladies train. Mukarama Abdullah's exit to play in the United States soccer circuit has left a dent in the team, as striker Jafar Rama, who partnered her for years, admits.
Though I really miss her, so whenever she was around, we were playing team game, but when she's not around there, I really miss her. I wish she was here with us.
Has that hurt your game a bit?
Yes, it hurts us more, but not much. In terms of scoring, so we miss her.
At the start, in fact, I wasn't happy. But when we started with the league, our first match went to Kumasi and won 3 goals and came back. When we came, we played with Kumasi Academy. We were down by a goal. But we talked to the players. We told them that do your best. You can still make it without Mukarama. And our third match, they did their best. Because we played a draw and went to Sunyani. Because the way the referee even handled them, I would have even won that match.
Rama and Anatu Sadat are the new stars of the club since Mukarama exited. Rama speaks about the experiences at the club.
I face so many difficulties because of the defenders. Some of them don't allow me to score. So sometimes I try my best to score, but they won't allow me to score. So.
And when they don't allow you, what do you do?
I'll change my style of play. Maybe if I didn't score, I'll let my teammates to score.
In Tamale, the love for women's football is unprecedented. Since this team was founded in 2005, the Northern ladies have become just as important as other teams here like Real Tamale United and Tamale City Football Club. Fans are here watching the women train, and hopefully these women, the Northern ladies, can bring some form of glory to the city. Tamale's involvement in the promotion of football talents has been immense. For the women, it has been an incredible journey. On the men's side though, it hasn't been so exceptional in the last few years. Landlocked Tamale has not seen the Premiership dock at their ports in a very long time. This looks like the time, and in all honesty, the togetherness at the clubs, the organization, and with an intentional approach of building it from ground up, this really looks like the time for Tamale.